No. Hello guys, happy Saturday. I'm in my car right now. I just pulled up to Aldi. So today I'm going to be taking you guys on a grocery haul video. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of my shopping at Aldi. And then when I get home, I will do the full haul and kind of talk about what I bought and what I'm going to be using it in and how to just keep your grocery list really simple and budget friendly. So I found shopping at Aldi actually really helps me keep my grocery bill very low. So typically for Alex and I, my husband and I, we spend about $50 a week on groceries. Anywhere more lately, maybe between like $50 and $60 a week for our grocery bill, and that is including all of our breakfasts, our lunch, our dinners, and our snacks. So I'm also going to just give you a few tips on how to keep things very friendly for your budget, healthy for your stomach, and easy for your week. So come on along with me for a little bit of the grocery trip, and then when I get home I will give you the full haul. So catch up with me soon. Okay guys, back in the trusted car. I've got my groceries in the back. I'm about to head on home, but I just wanted to let you know what the grand total ended up being for this trip. So I spent $53.49 on this trip today. And again, like I mentioned, we're usually between about $50 and $60 a week for all of our groceries for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I did pick up that wine that you saw that was not on my grocery list, so can't necessarily like count that into the grocery budget because it was like a non-essential, but is it really non-essential? So I'm going to talk more on that wine later. If you know, you know. So again, without that included, averaging right around like $48, $49 there. So I'm gonna drive home right now. I'm probably gonna pick up a coffee on the way because you know how it gets around here. And then I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I kept my grocery list budget so low, and then I will show you everything I got and then talk about what I'm going to be using them in, each ingredient in, for meals this week, and just talk to you what my meal plan for the week is. So I'm probably gonna go grab a coffee, to be quite honest with you. But as I'm sitting here talking to you, I was able to do that entire trip in about 30 minutes. So again, I kept my list very simple, simple ingredients, less hassle. You know how it goes around here. So I'll talk just about how I keep it that way and how you can keep your grocery trips short too. All right, I am home from Aldi and unpacked. So here is the mother load for this week. Obviously, for a few of the recipes, I have a couple ingredients already on hand that are just stuff that I have more often, but I'll kind of take you through the haul and walk you through what I'm going to be using each of these for. So we'll start here with dairy. I got some 2% milk. My husband prefers this milk. And then for myself, I pick up some unsweetened almond milk. I usually get the vanilla, but they only had the original. So I'll have to give this a try out. I usually will use this to make almond milk lattes, sometimes also in cereal, or just to substitute milk if a recipe maybe calls for 1% or 2% milk. I'll try to do the almond milk. I also got some low moisture part skim mozzarella shredded cheese. What I'm going to be using this for this week is we are making 2 ingredient dough pizzas. So I'll show you probably in a later video how I do my pizza. We have fully transitioned to 2 ingredient dough pizzas. We don't do any other type of dough anymore, and it's really, really great. So I'm going to use the part skim mozzarella cheese on that. I believe for this one, it's going to be 2 points for 1/4 of a cup for serving on the plan that I follow. Over here we have some yogurts. I prefer the non-fat Friendly Farms Greek yogurt. I got it today in the blueberry, strawberry, and mixed berry. These are great for snacks. They're pretty protein packed, and they're going to be coming in at 2 bites, 2 points for one of these containers. I also got my husband the light vanilla yogurts that he likes. These are also actually going to come in at 2 points a serving. So very low point snack options, and again with some good protein, especially in the Greek one here. For freezer, I only picked up one thing for the freezer. Whoa. I picked up these waffles, and usually I don't buy anything like pre-cooked, pre-packaged when it comes to like breakfast foods, but these actually came in at a very low point quality. So for these, you're gonna get 2 waffles for only 3 points. So I've been doing these for breakfast pretty frequently here, and I really like how low point they are. And when I don't have time in the morning to like actually spend time making something, I just throw these in the toaster. 2 of them for 3 points. Pretty good breakfast item. So I'll now go, oh, one more dairy. I got this whipped cream cheese spread. I think I showed this in one of my other videos where I was making some on-the-go sandwiches or wraps. So we use this on bagels, we use this on wraps, and it comes in at 2 points for 2 tablespoons. So usually for breakfast, I'll put this on some bagel thins. Go on to now our 0 point options. Of course, I picked up some strawberries. These go very quickly in our home. If you watch Lauren Jansen on YouTube, she always talks about how her family goes through so many strawberries, and I feel like she is like one more person in her family than I do, and I feel like we go through strawberries just as fast. I got some sweet butter lettuce to do some side salads along with the pizzas that we're gonna have for this week. I picked up some green peppers. I'm actually going to use this in a yum yum chicken and rice recipe. So I'm gonna also saute some peppers and onions and use that as a side to kind of mix in with the chicken and the rice to do a little bit of a semi stir fry with some yum yum sauce. I got some bananas. I like to do these obviously for snacks as well as with some fruit for breakfast as well. I picked up some Pink Lady apples. These are just my favorite apples. I think they are a perfect mix of tartness and sweetness. So I'll usually just do fruit as a snack, or sometimes I'll make some apple nachos, just using a sliced up Pink Lady apple and some sugar-free caramel sauce along with some fat-free Ready Whip, and that's just a really nice 1-point snack because all you have to count is a little bit of the sugar-free caramel sauce. But again, all of the fruits and veggies are 0 points. I also picked up a couple avocados. These looked okay. I think I'm gonna have to really let these ripen for a little bit here. But I've been using these for avocado toasts, just a little bit more protein packed. You do have to count these. I believe it is 2 points for about a half an avocado. I can do the specific grams listed in the description or in the caption down below. But again, a little bit more protein to start the day. I also picked up some artisanal bread. I mentioned in my last what I eat in a day that I found this at Costco and it was a little bit of a better price, so I actually bought a little bit of it, and then when I opened it, the slices were so much smaller than the Aldi kind, and they were the same amount of points. So you're gonna get 1 slice for 3 points, but these slices are much bigger, and it's a really thick bread. Usually I don't want to spend that many points on bread, but this one is so good. So again, I use this for avocado toast, for some sandwiches. I'm probably gonna stick to buying this at Aldi from now on here. And along with some breads, I also got some bagel skinnies, the everything but the bagel flavor. I like these in the morning with some of that whipped cream cheese that you saw. I'll also use these for sandwiches as a lower point option because one of these bagel skinnies is going to come in at 1 point, or I'm sorry, at 3 points per 1 bagel skinny, which is really good. So you could save yourself some points if you want to do a sandwich on this instead of using bread. So again, 3 points for 1 bagel. I also picked up some egg noodles, and I'm actually going to be using these for a chicken marsala recipe. So this is the first time I'm actually making this recipe, so I'll probably feature this in a later video. But again, I got the wide egg noodles. You can probably get any type of noodles for this recipe, but I preferred something just a little more bendy, I guess you could say, and just a little bit easier to cook and tenderize a little bit. So I got that. I picked up some pasta sauce. Fun fact, Aldi sells everything you need to make pizzas except pizza sauce. So because I don't want to run to one other store for one specific item, I've just been using pasta sauce on pizza and it's been just fine. So if you're an Aldi shopper and you are jonesing for some pizza sauce, just use pasta sauce. It tastes just as good. So again, I'm going to use this on some pizzas here. I got some chicken breasts. I do have to count these on the plan that I am on. So chicken is going to be 3 points for 3 ounces, which is a 1 serving. I am going to split these up and marinate them. For one of the recipes, I'm going to be doing, like I mentioned, that chicken marsala. And for the second recipe, I'm actually going to be doing a lemon pepper chicken with quinoa. So that chicken's going to get used for 2 recipes. I already bought this lemon pepper sauce that I'm going to be marinating them in. This is actually from Walmart. I picked it up and I thought it would be fun to try. So this comes in at 2 points for 1 tablespoon. So a little bit more of a point heavy marinade, but I think it'll be really good with chicken, some veggie side as well, so we can keep the rest of it really low point. So 2 recipes for that. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be making that marsala recipe. This is the tikka marsala simmer sauce that I found at Aldi. This will go over the top of the chicken for the marsala recipe. We're going to leave out the mushrooms because we don't do mushrooms in this house. This is going to come in at 2 points for a 1/4 cup, so pretty point friendly when it comes to a thicker sauce. So again, I'll feature this in an upcoming video here for you guys. This is the quinoa that I was referencing. We're going to use this as a side for the lemon pepper chicken and quinoa. You could buy quinoa that you have to boil and simmer. In my house, we don't have a lot of time. We're kind of on the go. So I picked up something that was pretty convenient. It's a 90-second quinoa and brown rice mix. You just stick it in the microwave, literally 90 seconds, and it is delicious. This is going to come in at about 6 points for a cup. Usually I'll just do about 1/2 cup when I eat this, so about 3 points as a good side for that lemon pepper chicken. Got some pretzels for snacks, I already did a Costco haul last week, so I don't need too many snacks. I usually do a Costco haul about once a month, and I do an Aldi grocery run once per week. So the only other thing we really needed was pretzels. We've got other snacks. And the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Pacific Vineyards Sweet Watermelon Wine. My dog knows how good this is, even. If you know, you know. If you are a frequent Aldi shopper, you have to know about this wine. So I discovered this wine literally a month before I got pregnant. So I stocked up on all of this because I found out how good it was. And then I found out I was pregnant and I couldn't drink any of it. So that was funny. So now that the baby is here, I am going back to, we called this our patio pounder last season. It was just such a good sipping wine. Oh, and again, wine I believe is going to come in at 4 points for 5 ounces. So I think this should probably apply to that as well. But if you shop at Aldi, you need to get this wine. This is my absolute favorite wine. We've been sipping on this one for a while here. And that completes the grocery haul at Aldi. Again, I got in and out in about 30 minutes to do all of this, but I did have a list in mind. I already had meals in mind. So I'm gonna just talk a little bit about how I came to all this. All right, so that is the weekly grocery haul. Again, it came in at around $49 for all the essential foods minus the wine. And how I keep that cost so low is I try to look for some overlapping ingredients. For example, I picked up some green peppers. I'm going to use those in a recipe, but I can also use those as snacks for kind of dipping in some everything but the bagel dip or anything like that. So that food's going to get used for 2 things. I picked up that family pack of chicken. If you buy meat in bulk, it's usually going to be a lower price per pound and a little bit cheaper for family packs. I'm going to divvy that up for 2 different recipes. So the yum yum chicken and rice with peppers, as well as the chicken marsala. So that's going to split very evenly into 2 recipes. That whipped cream cheese, I use it for breakfast, but I also use it for sandwiches and wraps. So kind of thinking about how you can use versatile ingredients that can go on multiple meals or be used at multiple meal times is a great way to do that. As you can see, I also didn't buy a lot of super processed foods. I try to keep it with a lot of like fruits and vegetables. Those can be used then for both meals as well as for snacks. So I overlap a lot of my like breakfast. So I've got strawberries and bananas. I'll usually use that with breakfast, but I'll also have that as a snack, maybe with some string cheese or some pretzels later on. So I try to you know, overlap ingredients. I also meal plan before I go into the grocery store. So I have a set list. I know what my meals are going to be for breakfast, lunch, and dinners for the week, and I try to stick to that list as best as possible. Obviously, the wine deterred me a little bit, but I'm human and I'm a mama. So I don't go in, you know, feeling tempted to just buy some novelty items that I see or really not know what I'm going to make. So just kind of like panic purchase. So I have a set plan and I'm able to shop specifically off that list. Another thing, and this is going to sound really silly, is I don't go to the grocery store hungry ever. I always make sure that I've eaten, if it's a snack or a meal, before I've gone. Because if I'm hungry when I go to the grocery store, I'm more likely to pick up unhealthy items and just items that really don't even fit within my meal plan and are kind of pointless for me to have. So those are some key ways that I usually use to keep my grocery bill a little bit lower each month. Again, $50 to $60 per month, breakfast or per week, breakfast, lunch, and dinners for both my husband and myself. The meals that we are having this week include the 2-ingredient dough pizzas that I talked about. I'll feature that in a future recipe video because it's such a staple in our house. We're going to be making the chicken marsala with pasta using that tikka marsala sauce that I showed you. We're going to be doing a lemon pepper chicken and rice recipe with peppers in it on the side. And then we're also going to be doing a yum yum chicken recipe with the rice quinoa mix as well. So we've got 4 recipes on the docket for this week. I've got some sides such as salads. I picked up snacks like yogurt and fruit and pretzels. We've got our Costco snacks as well. And then just some bread, bread products that I picked up too. So we've got kind of 4 main meals that I'm going to make in bulk, and we're going to cycle them through for lunches and dinners. And then I've got our breakfast staples. And then usually over the weekend is when I do another grocery haul and pick meals for the next week. So since the tikka marsala is a new recipe for me, and the 2-ingredient dough pizza is such a staple recipe in our house, I'll probably feature that in a future video for you guys, so you can kind of see a couple cook with me recipes. But I hope you enjoyed this week's grocery haul to kind of get an insight into how I shop, a little bit of what versatile ingredients look like and how you can span those out across various meals, and how to keep your budget just very friendly and kind of get in and get out and get on with your day. So thanks for visiting my video. Be sure to hit that fancy subscribe button if you want to keep up with my shenanigans, and stick around because we've got some cook with me recipes coming up. Thanks for visiting, and I'll see you in the next one.